On the day the Hills family returned for a reunion of sorts, smiles and laughter filled the halls outside the Sanford Bismarck Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. Twin girls Ava and Nova are almost 9 months old now, growing big, healthy, and strong. It's a far cry from the nervousness that led up to their births. Ava and Nova are known as monochorionic monoamniotic twins, or MoMo twins, which means they shared one placenta and one amniotic sac. That occurs in about 1 in 8,000 twin pregnancies, and it made Courtney Hills' pregnancy a high-risk one. So much so that she spent 40 days in the hospital before the babies were even born.
We had quite a few scares in the 40 days that I was there. I'd say there were probably 5 or 6 points in time where they thought it might happen then and there, and hooked me up to IVs, and doctors and nurses were pacing, waiting.
Courtney was just 28 weeks pregnant when the girls were born. Ava was 3 pounds 2 ounces. Nova was 2 pounds 5 ounces. They would spend the first 73 days of their lives in the NICU.
We look at pictures and video, whatnot, of that time, and it just feels so surreal. When we look at them now versus in those pictures, it's just like, in a way it seems like it was yesterday, and in another way it seems like it was a lifetime ago.
We feel so lucky that we happen to live in the town that has such an incredible NICU.
That's where Mark and Claudia Thompson come in. Their granddaughter was born prematurely, and with no other NICU closer to home at that time able to handle her care, little Emma, who was born 1 pound 10 ounces, spent 117 days in the NICU at Minneapolis Children's Hospital. Emma is now 18 years old and healthy.
Life sometimes takes you on a journey that you never expected you would be on. Emma had some of the most amazing care. We want the same kind of experience for people in Bismarck going through what we did, to have the equipment, to have the surroundings. We already have great doctors and nurses and, technicians. We need a place, though.
The Thompsons raised money and eventually donated $500,000 to the Sanford Foundation. Today, their names grace the entrance to the NICU in Bismarck.
I was watching my daughter that whole time, thinking everything else in her life that has been a tough situation, there was always something we could do, something. There was nothing we could do. It was a helpless feeling. We wanted to turn that into a positive, so we did.
Matthew and Courtney saw that name on the wall and decided they wanted to reach out.
And I thought, this would be really fun for me to just call him out of the blue and say thank you.
He just said, it's amazing, the care that we've gotten, the equipment that they have here, this facility, and I just can't thank you enough. I just almost started to cry,
As they continued to talk, they shared their stories with each other. They realized that Ava and Nova had been born on Mark's 75th birthday, and they even saw similarities in some old photos.
He was sending us some pictures of the girls, and honestly, my heart skipped a beat because they looked so much like our granddaughter at that same age.
Now the two families stay in touch. Having the Hills twins bounce in their laps today brings back a flood of memories from the Thompsons' own journey.
It brings the emotions from them and the memories from our own granddaughter back. We spent a lot of time analyzing the little things that Children's Hospital had. Collages with the little tiny fingerprints and the little tiny handprints of micro-preemies. And then maybe another picture of each of those children when they were 5 or 6 and maybe 9 or 10. But the very last one had the girl in a cap and gown. That gave you hope. There was a time that we couldn't be so bold as to hope for that.
This spring, Emma will don her cap and gown. And thanks to the Thompsons and the caregivers at Sanford Bismarck, Ava and Nova are well on their way too. In Bismarck, Jason Anschutz, Sanford Health News.